just as good as me, just as important as me, that his choices and his ideas about the scenes were valid and should be heard. And it was really important to me that he be treated as an equal, not as a child, but as an equal, as an actor, so that he could grow, you know, in his own self-esteem and own that one. And I am proud of being able to mother him in that way. I love working with young people because I like to encourage them.
And you should get to do that on GH.
Thank you. Anything else? Questions? Yes.
I'm going to go back to the why they won't bring you on General Hospital question.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm thinking maybe, do you think there could be an intimidation factor on the part of the writers because you're one half of the most legendary chemistry ever to exist on a step up? You think? Because, you know, I'm one of those cliche people that watch and go, not Laura, not buying. Whoever I see Tony Fury with, I don't buy it. Do you think they have a feeling of like, we don't know what to do with them together, and if they're not together, but they're both on the show, it's too tough to write? Because I know I have trouble buying anyone else but you. We have the perfect chemistry.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, what's your name?
Heidi.
Heidi, thank you. Okay, Heidi's saying that maybe, did everybody hear that? Okay, so Heidi's wondering if the writers are intimidated. I wouldn't say that, I don't think that that's true because they wrote the Luke and Laura thing. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think so. This same writer is the one who was working at that time.
So it is the same people.
This writer, Bob Guzzo, was also writing during the Lucky time when I was in my 30s when we did, you know, Luke and Laura and their son. And, yeah. So I don't think it's an intimidation thing. If anything, you know, I can't even venture a guess. I think, you know, it could be that they want to move away from Luke and Laura, and they don't know how to move away from Luke and Laura and have me on screen.
Right.
That's the only thing that I can think of.
I would agree,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's a shame.
Right. It's lazy on their part. They should find you.
Well, you know, if you want to be current, you just be current.
Right.
That's all. You know, you don't try to put the two together and walk down memory lane. That's going to be boring for everyone, right? I think you bring Laura back a little different, a little more like me now, right? Yeah. And then, you know, something new could happen. But again, I'm not inside their heads. But thank you for asking. Yes?
What do you think of the current storylines going on in General Hospital right now?
Don't have any idea what the current storylines on General Hospital are. I'm not watching. No, just not doing that. It hurts, you know. Why would I sit there and watch, you know? I don't watch. Anything else? Yes?
I'm curious about your shooting schedule and shooting schedule and like from the time you get your script to the time you film, how much time is involved and how many days of shooting you guys do?
We generally do one show a day on a soap. Now they're doing things called 6-packs where they'll do 1 1/5 a day so they can bank shows and take time off. We usually get our scripts anywhere from 4 days to a week ahead of time. I used to learn mine in the car while driving. I got so used to the, you know, the thing. I knew what Laura was going to say. You're welcome. Anybody else? Yes. Hi.
First of all, thanks to you and your husband for coming out this weekend.
Thank you.
Memorial Day weekend. Do you see anything on the horizon that you really want to sink your teeth into, whether or not it's a script or a book or something that's out there currently now that you look forward to in the next couple of years?
In the next couple of years, you know what? I would give my right arm for a role like Nurse Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
For a down and dirty, honest, gritty kind of mature woman. A role like that. I'd love to play a doctor, a professional, because for so many years people could only think of me as 16 years old. You know, so a mature role would be great. Something a little bit, something not vulnerable, but in fact just the opposite, a woman of strength.
Strong female character.
Strong female character, that would be my ideal.
Do you find that maybe if you have those ideas swimming around in your head, do you think that in your case is a treatment the first
something for yourself and try to sell it. But there are a lot of women out there like me who are desperate to work, and unfortunately, most of us as we approach 50 are not allowed to work anymore. We're kind of, put out to pasture in a way. So yeah, you could write something, you could showcase something, and this sort of thing. But like I said, the competition is very stiff, and people who were from soap operas are not necessarily getting the meaty roles at night, because now you've got the motion picture business, which has collapsed, and all of those actresses are coming into TV. So the whole business is just gone like that.
Much more competition.
It's much more competitive and much more difficult, and for women my age, it's particularly difficult. Especially if, it's, down to me and Glenn Close. They're going to take Glenn Close.
Now,
It's tough.
and just one more question as a follow-up to that. Does that translate into theatrical world? Do you find anything available in that?
In the
genre?
theatrical world, I would say it was more open towards me.
Because I would just think naturally, with
Yeah.
more experience and more age comes more internal confidence.
Exactly.
Whenever you're playing roles.
Right. I think that legit theater is definitely. They've always been open to me. I've always been allowed to compete. They've never said no, we won't see her. And in television roles, that does happen to me. So yeah, I think that that's an arena in which I could get out there and work. But the thing is, I've got a 13-year-old and I've got a 16-year-old, and to be that absent from their lives, maybe in another state,
That's rough.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to raise my children.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
You said you have children, and it seems like at least one of them is into acting or theater. How do you feel about them pursuing an acting career? What do you feel about that?
If my children want to be actors, that's perfectly fine with me after they've graduated college. That's how I feel about it, honest to God. Because then at least, if it doesn't pan out for them, they will have something else they can do. And if it does pan out for them, they'll be taken as young adults. And it's better for a long-term career. Yeah. Yes.
I heard, excuse me, I heard you have like a store. I don't know if you still have it.
I do.
Something, I know I heard a little bit about it, but now.
Okay, if you
still
go,
have it?
if you have your computer and you Google the's important, thecherishedhome.com, you get my store.
Cool.
I have a little shop in Maine. It's a little Victorian. I do, furnishings and little gift things, and basically I have a whole ton of fun with my girlfriends. And that's it. Anything else? Yeah. Go ahead.
In your October interview in Chicago, I watched it, and you had said that your agent had possibly badgered the people at General Hospital about getting you to return. Is your agent, or does your agent still try to contact them to get you back in
Yeah.
General Hospital?
Yeah, my agent relentlessly pursues Brian Franz and Jill Phelps to the point where I'm sure he's like a gnat that's buzzing around their head, and they're probably really sick of him at this point. So yes, I know my agent definitely pursues it, and to the point of really like annoying them.
Good.